Hello and welcome to ETAuto. Bajaj Auto has arrived at the pole position, albeit only for the first 19 days of the month so far in the electric two-wheeler space I'm talking about, which of course it plans to remain there. But how and what role will the new CHATAK play in this journey? To tell us more about it, we have with us Rakesh Sharma, Executive Director at Bajaj Auto. Mr. Sharma, thanks for sparing your time. Tell us the 35 series. It's got a lot of responsibility on its shoulders, isn't it?
Yeah, thank you very much. Absolutely. We think that the 35 series is a major and significant step forward by Chetak. You mentioned that we have reached the pole position, albeit for the first 15 days, I agree. What has powered us to this position from, at the beginning of the year, we were at, I think, about 12%, and that has more than doubled, is really, we feel, the proposition of a very reliable vehicle packaged in timeless elegance, and of course, supported by a very wide network of sales and service. That itself has brought us a doubling of market share. With all the changes which have been now made in the 3.5 platform, this should take it even further, I hope. Because there were a couple of things which we were listening to in the market. One is, of course, range. Uh, Electric vehicles, range anxiety is a very key issue. So we have really upped the game over there. We have not only increased the kilowatt hour, the battery, but the way the battery construction, the way the BMS has been married to the battery. The range is now at 153 kilometers, or let's say in normal conditions, with a reasonably competent rider, should be 125 kilometers. So that's a very big step forward. The second thing which we were picking up was from the customer who is, constantly being barraged by a huge number of gizmos and things, is that, Chetak needs to amp up its tech interface with the customer. And that's what we have done, which the TFT touch screen, the integration of maps, which is a very, very useful thing. And between the app and the vehicle, a huge number of features, anything which you imagine is all possible. The other thing, there are a few other things which have happened. The other thing is, of course, the ability to fast charge, reaching an 80% charge level within 2 hours. Uh, in doing all this, we have also upped the safety aspects in terms of the construction, whether it is the aluminum shrouding of the battery or various different components. Because as you gain experience of the usage in the field, all those experiences have flown into the 3.5 series
Which is
platform.
one advantage, fundamental advantage that an EV has over an ICE. It keeps giving you kind of inputs from the field, right?
Absolutely.
Which you can leverage to improvise the product further.
Absolutely. There is a very rich generation of data which allows the R&D to understand it and then incorporate all the improvements.
And to build this story further, what are the 2-3 key fundamental strategies that you have, Mr. Sharma, to kind of, because this market is competitive and it's going to get more so. For Bajaj Auto to kind of be at a pole position and remain a favorite of the customers, even in the EV space, what are the 2-3 key broad strategies that you're working on?
Well, the first is our assumption that EV is here to stay, and it will be a wide spectrum as it evolves. Last year, it was probably 60,000 units, the industry. Now it's running at 95, close to 100,000. As the industry grows, 100 becomes 200. It gives you many opportunities to segment the market. You can't, segment a small market. That's like splitting the hair.
What
But
is the
as the
threshold, you
industry,
think?
I think we have reached that threshold of segmentation, and we are already seeing it because there are different kinds of customer cohorts out there. So we believe that we should watch this. We are watching this carefully, and even our portfolio has evolved from a single product to three, and probably by the time we are done with in the next year, 6, 7, 8 more. So what that signals is that we are looking to cover the full spectrum of all customers. So that is a very, very important piece of our strategy. The second piece in our strategy is that we are going to be very calibrated about it, because as you build a new business, it's not just about Bajaj Auto, it's also about the dealerships which we are talking about. They're making the investment. It's about the vendors we are talking about. They're making. So we can't be cowboyish about it, because we have to make sure that the entire ecosystem, as it moves forward, is profitable and is vested in it. And the third piece for us is that building the CHATAK brand. We possess a very powerful heritage brand, which in the last 2-3 years has got contemporized, and we are going to build it as an umbrella brand, and all the electric urban mobility solutions for personal commuting will fold into the CHATAK umbrella, which will, it's a symbiotic relationship. The products will support the, development of the brand, and the brand will support. And finally, we have a exclusive network. It was very easy for us to put start of CHATAK in our motorcycle network, but we have taken the rocky road of building an exclusive network. We have some 260 exclusive stores, service and showrooms, and we will continue to expand that so that we can give the customer a richer experience, because it's an exclusive experience, and in the process also develop the brand.
Right. So what you're saying is expand the CHATAK portfolio to 4 and 5, and by the time same time next year we meet maybe 7, 8 or so. And as an umbrella brand, do I understand that in all personal mobility options in the scooter form will be under CHATAK?
I said in the electric form.
In the in the electric form.
Yes,
will be.
Of course.
And on the motorcycle side,
on the motorcycle
Pulsar?
side, we will take a call. We have to see. We have got a large business in Africa, which is Boxer at a very low level of pricing to the Pulsars and the Dominars, and we'll have to see where the electric proposition is most workable, how it satisfies the user of those brands, and then we will take a call on the brand.
How long a period do you think it will for you? It may take realistically to kind of really kind of put a finger on, yes, this is the way we have to go in terms of the electrification of the motorcycle side also?
Well, it's a combination of consumer behavior, how they are looking at, and the evolution of the technology. So it's very, I can tell you that right from a very high-end sports to, a Boxer, which is sold in Africa, the entire gamut is being studied.
And electrification being a global megatrend, and almost everyone it's also a great leveler from what I noticed, the electrification as an industry trend. So therefore, as you said, it also offers you opportunity almost from day one in the global markets. So when do you make that foray in a very serious, in all earnest?
Yeah, the other point is that as and how we get financially better off in the electric, which is what is happening right now, it encourages us to put in more development effort into expand the portfolio more. I mean, if I rewind 3 years back, the more we sold, the more we lost. That is no longer the case. So that is, of course, for a company like Bajaj Auto, with its kind of strategic objectives of balancing the top line growth and maintaining best in class bottom line, that's very good news for us. The other thing is that this is bringing almost new business to us, because at this moment the electric versions are more suited to the scooter format, slightly shorter distances, etc. And motorcycles tend to be, of course, going over much longer distances, much more different, harsher conditions, etc. So the expectation of the customer is different. So that's why it is cannibalizing scooters. And you know that we are not in ICE scooters. So this is absolutely new business for us. And in time to come, even territorially, I think we will add new territories because places like ASEAN are very scooter-rich markets. And when the whole electric phenomena reaches ASEAN, there will be cannibalization and it will allow us to tap into new territories as well.
When did that switch happen from losing on every scooter sold to now booking profit?
I think it was through this year,
Okay.
through this year.
So, but at the net level,
And particularly with the now onwards, it will.
right. And at the overall level, at the net level, is the EV business profitable?
Yes, if I put together our entire EV business, we are positive EBITDA.
Okay. Or also in terms of the road ahead for the overall industry. So how do you see it progressing? And do you think there are still some kind of bumps on the pathway for the two-wheeler electric industry in India that needs to be fixed? The sooner the better.
Yeah. Yeah, so the march of electric is, I think, irreversible. The growth rates may slow down depending on a variety of factors. Uh, when petrol prices crossed 100, the customer, I've seen a switch in the mindset of the customer. The customer started to seriously consider the electric option, despite all the uncertainties surrounding it at that point of time. Range, safety, where will I charge, those kind of things. But despite that, the customer adopted it because the whole rationale of the customer about savings and about freedom from the tyranny of the ups and downs of the petrol prices and the impact on the fuel budget. After rental and food and groceries, fuel mobility is the third highest expenditure in a customer's basket. And with the gravityless rise of the petrol prices, this was creating a problem. And that switch has happened. So today, I think that any person who's considering buying a scooter certainly considers an electric option. So this is fundamentally the most important driver. Then, of course, we have helpful things like the reduction in cell costs, etc. During COVID, they were at a very, very high level. So that has helped. The government has helped catalyze it. I know that the subsidies are on the wane, etc. So, and they will continue to, we will soon probably see a subsidy zero scenario, which may slow it down a little bit. You see, iScooters has also done very well this year, but keeping that growth in mind, the penetration has still improved for EV scooters. So the growth rate may damp down a little bit, but it will certainly be there. We will have some of the other constraints appearing, like charging opportunities, particularly apartment buildings, etc. Now, if there is a response as we attain a critical mass, and there is a response to building a charging infrastructure, that will again give a boost to the development of the industry. So what I'm saying is that it's irreversible. The growth rates may get dampened because of some of the supportive factors like subsidy going away, but then there are other positive factors which may come into play, like a proper charging infrastructure, reducing raw material costs, particularly lithium ion.
So on that note, Mr. Sharma, always a pleasure talking to you, and wishing you and your team all the very best with the CHATAK and the upcoming ones.
Thank you, Sumantra. Thank you for coming over.